ho, good neighbors, what's going on? It's Phil Russett. It's Friday night. I hope you had a great week. I hope you all getting to put your feet up, get a nice cold drink and some good food and relax. Maybe you put us on in the background while you're doodling yourself. Well, that didn't sound right. While you're drawing, whatever you're doing. But anyway, I'm your host, and every week we give you a Friday night 7 p.m. show. We have some people come in all the time. If you draw, we're going to have Kenny and Will drawing live. If you want to draw while you're hanging out and talking with us, we talk pop culture and everything else. I bitch and kvetch and moan. We do a lot of things. We will show your art during the show and at the end of the show. So feel free to draw along with us. Just before I bring the guys on, I want to let everybody know we have 44 minutes. 44 minutes to the Dynamics campaign's end. If you have not pledged, please feel free to go pledge. I promise you it's a worthwhile book, and we will go over the campaign before it ends to try to see if anybody else wants to jump on. But anyway, without further ado, our two guests, where there's a Will, there's a Wade Pladen.
Hey, everyone. How we doing? Good to be here.
And, of course, they killed Kenny. Shazam. Calderon.
How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday.
We got Silverhawks and oh my God, why did
Usagi
Jimbo? Why did I friggin' lose that? Sorry. Anyway, tired, fatigue, old age, senility. We don't know. I have not been tested yet.
All the above, maybe.
Yeah, really. Let's move you over here so you're not blocked. There you go. There was an old children's book that I love, and I found it for my kids, and it was something along the lines of, it's an Asian kid that keeps falling in the well, which is all the way up the hill, and the sister goes to the mother, keeps running back, and the kid's name is like Ricky Tiki Tembo no Sarembo Barbari Pucci Pip Harry Pembo, and it's falling into the well. Yeah. And he keeps running back and saying that the kid fell in the well, and it's this whole, name thing. So it's hilarious. Hey, Charles. So for some reason, every time I hear that character's name, it makes me think of that, and I get confused and jumbled. God help me. Charles W. Morgan, just so you know, Cold Cutter #1 was successful on Kickstarter. He has fulfilled it. You should have received it by now if you haven't reached out to him. Cold Cutter 2, the page is the link is up. Put it in the chat, Charles, to be notified of its launch. We're looking at a May launch. It's going to launch right before Tragedy 5. I mean, we're talking like a week before Tragedy 5. So go check it out if you like crime, drama, noir. It's a solid book, and he really upped his game on the pencils, on the ink pages and the art in book 2. So go check out Charles W. Morgan, Cold Cutters 1, and soon number 2. Mm-hmm. Gerald Motos, what's going on? Hello. Gerald comes in and he draws with us when he can, and he always shows something awesome at the end of the show. So we love having Gerald here. All right, so I'm sorry, guys, but just because we have 41 minutes, I'm going to do this and get it out of the way if you're cool with that.
No, do it, dude. Go for it.
That's my kids playing in the living room. Grandma's sick, so she's down for the count. Mommy's at work, and they're unsupervised in the living room. God help us all. All right. So, okay, peoples. We have 40 minutes left. We are evenly at $3,000. If someone could drop the link to my campaign as well, I would appreciate that, Charles or Gerald, please. We are even at 3,067 backers, 40 minutes to go. Now, I'm going to tell you, obviously, this is nowhere near what the success of Tragedy is. Tragedy does $13,000 and almost 300 backers. So this is, a lot less, but it's a different genre. It's the genre is more family friendly, and I think people are more into the dark and brooding crap right now. I also have big name, celebrity artist covers on Tragedy, so I think that's a big attraction. So there's other reasons for that, but I will say The goal that I was hoping to reach would have been about 4,000 here, so we're a little short, but it's still a good turnout. I'm grateful to all 67 backers that put their faith in me and trust in me. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And Philbo's got a lot going on this year, which we'll announce. But as far as the dynamics, I'm going to play the trailer one last time, and we're going to go over the campaign just briefly, and then we'll get back to the guys drawing, okay? Let's do this, Brutus, because I ain't new to this.
All right, that's your one. That's your one.
That's it. You're out now. You've spent. You've spent.
I run this show. So that's the trailer by Robert Powers. If you want a trailer for your campaign or a commercial, even a short commercial for your product, Rob can do it for you. He's very talented at putting the right music to the feel of what you're doing, as well, as you can see. I mean, if you saw the Devil's in the Details and the other stuff, he also does voiceovers and he does them very well. So reach out to me if you're interested or you need. He also does a logo design and he does trade dress. His wife, Maura, who I don't technically represent, is also awesome at web design and marketing and graphics and many other things. So reach out to me if you're interested. There's that. Robert did the interiors on the book as well as the studio cover. This is Robert's art. This is a print. Unfortunately, we won't be able to unlock because we didn't make it to that stretch goal, but it's one of my favorite quotes of all time, Mark Twain. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. It's partly what this book is about. You know, it's about family and what you would do to protect that family, but it's also showing you that stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what's right, no matter your height, no matter your stature. If you stand for what's right, you know, you fight for what you believe in, that's a good thing. So that's partly what this book's message is. There's my ugly mug. There's his really ugly mug. Here are the interiors by Rob. Now, Rob does a wonderful job with facial expression. He had a nice, lighthearted touch to the art, bright colors, comedic value in some of the art. He really did a great job. He was perfect for this book, exactly what I wanted. I went to him, I asked him, and he was more than happy to do it. And just very happy with the product. I'm very happy, and we look forward to doing 2. I've scripted the first 6 issues, so we're looking forward to getting on to the next one. Here's a cover by our current resident artist here, Kenny Shazam.
Yeah.
Dad bod.
Yeah.
My big mouth, my mother, my daughters, and my wife. It's a good book. I know every artist, every creator thinks their book is good, but it is. It is. I'm telling you, it is. I'm not lying to you. But you know what? There's only one way to find out. Get the book and tell me if I'm wrong. We have blank sketch covers, especially if you're an artist. We also have a bundle if you want to do for less, $2 off per book. There's Rob's studio cover. There is the Ricardo Silva cover. There is the Addie Kid cover. Unfortunately, the artist, I think Addie promoted it once. Martha Schwartz cover, I had to ask her to promote it once. Steph Wilson promotes all the time. I appreciate him and Carrie Ann. They promote all the time. Kenny promotes all the time. Will promotes all the time. The Dynamics, Mato Zapata. Beautiful cover. Stretch goals that we unfortunately didn't meet. Too bad you guys don't want freebies. But we have Legendary Illustrations art books.
Yes, we
If
do.
you missed our campaign in November, look at that from Will Pladen and Kenny Calderon and Ricardo Silva and Carlos Ramos and Rod Rodolfo and Bill Lutz and Dev Shogun, the artist of the book, Robert Powers. So you can get art books, guys.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have them here. There's a video that was from the campaign that Rob did, of course, with awesome, inspiring music, in my opinion, that will show you what's in the art books. And then there's Tragedy. Issue 5 is coming in May. Why don't you catch up if you missed? You can get the first 4 issues at a discounted price. And I give you these covers. Ian Churchill, Tyler Kirkham, Mike DeBalfo, and Jose Luis with Alex Sinclair colors and John Livesay inks. Hey, Rod is here. What's going on? Hot Rod McGillicuddy. Here is the Make Mine a Virgin and Make Mine a Foil.
McGillicuddy.
This amazing template of an arrow between the 2 pictures. I mean, nobody could think of that. That's amazing. I'm being bad. Here's some art. I'm in fight mode right now. I'm an Irishman. Sorry. Anyway, here's some sample art from Will Pladen, and this piece happens to be available. It is a gouache painting of the Punisher. Dungeons and Dragons, one of the best cartoons ever made by Ricardo Silva. Mr. Freeze, everybody chill. From Rome. Speaking of Rod Rodolfo, Rod McGillicuddy, Hot Rod McGillicuddy. We've got his book. Look at that. Look at that samurai. Sweet candy nuts. Is that my only one? Rob Powers.
That's it. Done. We're all clear.
Carlos Ramos. Bill Lutz. Jim O'Reilly. Not that any of these people promoted the campaign. Alex Sarabia. Look at those detailed pencils. Oof. Oh my God. My God. Mato Zapata. Mato Zapata. And Kevin Stewart. He was on last week to fill in for Will. Look at that.
Yeah.
Kevin's about to put out an art book. And we added Marvel DC artist Chris Ivey. You can get a commission from him as well. Did you just say Chris Ivey? Marvel DC artist? Why, yes, I did. You can get a commission from him as well. And that's just an example of a book that he worked on. So come on and get an art commission. You've got about 30-something minutes left to commission one of these awesome artists and or get the dynamics. And just so you know, if you do an art commission, I send you the PDF of the dynamics with it. So you get the art and you still get to read the book. That's just how awesome we are.
Win, win, win. Win, win, win.
Indeed.
And that's a nice number, 3,000. But you know what's really cool? More.
20?
Yeah. 67 backers. Can we get like 70 backers before this ends in 31 minutes? Can we get 3 more backers? Who out there is watching hasn't backed it yet? I promise you will enjoy it. I promise. I promise. I promise. Go take a look. What do you got to lose? Take a shot. All right.
Yeah.
So we're
Take
going to
your
keep an
shot.
eye on this. Don't even get into that right now. But so there you go. Dynamics issue 1. All right. 30 minutes to go. I'm going to leave this for a few minutes, and we'll come back to it as we try to get a few more people back. But I have a feeling we're going to end at $3,000. It's just going to fizzle out from here. Again, it's not the almost 300 backers I get on my flagship title, Tragedy, but I will take it. And I'm thankful for the backers and the people who support and trust in my writing and everything, and I appreciate you. I'm going to get into some big Filbo announcements in a little bit, but let's get back to the artists for a moment.
Yes.
So we'll start with Kenny doing Silverhawks. Talk to us about how you came up with the composition and your thoughts on the composition. Who's going to be in there? What's finishing up?
So honestly, I didn't like predetermine what my composition was going to be. I just kind of started with the center here, and I knew I wanted to add the hawk, and I just kind of started bouncing around, right? So currently I'm adding steel wheel right here. This is steel heart. Um, and I'm looking to see if I can probably squeeze in what's his name? Stargazer. Like
Nice.
round about here somewhere. So it'll be like a nice complete like the whole core group, right? And just have it like in a space kind of setting. I've always been a fan of like the Lucasfilm movie posters.
Yes.
So
Drew
that's like
Struzan's.
yeah, exactly. So like that's the vibe that I'm going for right now. Like so it feels like it's a collage of every character.
Right.
Very cool. That's a lot of chrome.
Yeah.
By the way, I just found out, and it blew my mind, that the lead singer of Toto is the son of John
Yeah.
Williams.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
the
Yeah,
fun
and that dude
fact.
can sing like a mofo. Hey, Lee Giles is in the house. Lee Giles has an awesome, awesome book. I mean, he does a bunch of books, but he has an awesome book, Red Scare, right now that I got the first issue. I really enjoyed. Looking forward to the second one. I think he's got the link for Notify Me right now. If you're still with us, Lee, feel free to drop the link or promote in any way you wish in the chat. Um, a solid publisher, quality professional level work, and a good guy that you want to root for as well. So if you haven't been familiar with Lee Giles, please go familiarize yourself. He's one of those indie guys that deserves your attention. He works hard. It reflect his passion and his professionalism show through in everything he publishes, and he is exactly what we need to see grow and help get the comic book industry back on its feet.
Yes.
His stories, like mine and other people I know, there's no agenda. There's no activism. There's no preaching. It's just a matter of here's a good story, and it takes place here, doing this and that, and that's it. And his artwork matches. You could tell a professional because they know how to pick the right artist, the right style artist for the genre and feel of what the book is. And Lee does that.
Nice.
Lee is able to give you the artist that makes sense for the feel of that book. So that tells you right there the guy knows what he's doing.
Excellent.
Very
Love that. Love hearing that.
Indeed.
Yeah, and again, like I said, he's one of the good ones. He's supportive of the community. He doesn't see things as petty competition at all, and I admire and respect what he does. So I've never met the man face to face. I hope to someday. And you need to go support him. Go right now. Go click on his page, and check out what he's doing. Now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Everybody get to the chopper. Don't mind me. I'm gonna share this out. We got 8 people in the room who probably just chimed in and heard my sad impression of Arnold and go, "What the hell is this going
What
on
is
here?
going on?
This guy is nuts."
Is this
I am nuts.
Predator? What's happening?
I am nuts. Yeah, I am nuts. One thing I am is honest. Like me or hate me, I am honest. Anyway, listen to me now, believe me later, and I'll talk to you sooner. I'm here to pump you up. Yeah. Charles W. Morgan concurs. Lee is a great creator and writer, a good friend to me also. Well, the friend to you just means he's very charitable, but as far as the publishing side, I agree with you. Just kidding. Hey, Rally, what's going on? Did you get your stuff, Rally? I sent you your stuff 2 weeks ago. Did you get it? Almost 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks. Oh, Monday would be 2 weeks. You should have gotten everything, buddy. Rally, thank you for your support, just so you know. Thanks for being patient with those Do You Poo covers that I forgot that I didn't send out to him. So I made a big boo-boo there, and he was very kind, and he was very patient and understanding. So I hope you got everything and you're happy with it. If you didn't get to read it yet, no problem. Next time you have to sit on the porcelain throne, good reading material. And if not, well, then you can use it to wipe your tush.
Ow.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Tragedy 5 coming in May. We got some big stuff coming on. I'm excited. The trade paperback is going to be just, what do they say? Off the hook, yo. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the bomb diggity, yo.
No, they don't say that. They don't say that.
They used to say bomb diggity.
20 years.
I don't know what the hell a bomb diggity is.
Years.
Yeah, well, I'm old, man. I'm 50. I'm 50. What about
That
street
that doesn't make it
slang?
better.
I wasn't speaking street slang. I was fighting. Kevin said, "Stop trying to relate to the kids, Phil." Off the chain, Lee said.
Oh no.
Don't be jealous because I got more street cred.
Oh. Compared to who?
I'm not gonna lie. One of the best things about this live is listening to Will laugh in the background. I love it. I love it. Will. What's great is like you'll say something and then like there's a delay and then there's this little giggle. It's just freaking hilarious. So Kevin Stewart is with us. He's got an art book coming out soon, and he's going to have his book Apollo coming out soon. And more about that later.
Apollo, that sounds good.
There's more.
Oh.
Rally said, "I love Tragedy 1 through 3. I will wait to read book 4 later. I like to binge comic reading, laugh out loud." I hear you, but the Tragedy chapter 5 in May, and then we have the trade paperbacks be all 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin is as white bread as there is. So if you think I'm corny white, hey, Brian Blevins is here. Just want to drop in and say hello. Tally Hawk, yes.
Is the theme song rattled around in your head the whole time, Kenny?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a great theme song.
Absolutely.
I always wished that the opening animation for He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks, if they could do the animation like that throughout, it would have been brilliant.
Yes.
It's too expensive.
I know. It's just the first arc. Tragedy is an ongoing series, Lee, and it's going to be going to distribution this year. Bet on that. But yeah, it's just the first arc right now. It's an ongoing thing, but it wraps up some of the plot lines in the first 5 issues, a major one, and I start new ones. Your jalapeno cornbread, what does that mean? Your ass burns after you... I don't know. Anyway.
Jeez.
Jeez.
It's a little bit fresh.
We should talk about fresh. Now, that's an 80s term. Yo, that was fresh.
Here we go.
No, it's all a bit fresh, and that's been your experience today.
I'm telling you.
One of the dumbest expressions I ever heard was in the 80s, and they like if you did something stupid, they go, "Nice head." I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
I never heard that one.
Well, because you're on a prison island.
I didn't hear that one, and I grew up in New York.
Yeah, in Queens, they used to say "nice head." I'm like, what do you mean, nice head? What are you, stupid? Well, I'm also older than you, so how old were you in the 80s, Kenny?
I'm 43.
Yeah, I'm 7 years older than you. So in the 80s, when were you born? What year?
79.
Yeah, so what the fuck do you know about the 80s? You were just barely sperm.
I was growing up in the 80s. I was born in 79.
You were growing up at a year and 2 years old and 3 years old in 1982 when people were saying it. You were what, 3?
Yeah.
So you weren't hearing that because if you were 3 and you were in the streets, I'm going to talk to your mom.
Oh no, I wasn't in the streets. No.
Lee Giles is 52 and he looks a lot younger than me.
What year were you born, Philip? What
72.
year were you born? 72.
Well, if I'm 50 and it's if it's never mind. That's why you're an
Hey,
artist.
look, that's right. I don't do math.
He's
Sorry.
like, I can't. My fingers are busy on the pencil. How am I going to do math without my fingers?
That's right.
That's my problem.
You got nothing, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I beat you to the insult. I already beat you to the insult.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you were born before I met you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Yeah, lucky for you.
That you're on a prison island?
Yep.
I joke around about being on a prison island. Don't be offended if you're from Australia. It's just a joke because it technically is a colony of prisoners, convicts that started that community.
Indeed.
Phil's getting ill. It's past his bedtime. I don't have a bedtime. Unlike
He's
you,
dehydrated.
Kevin, I'm
He's
productive.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
Come at me. Come at me, bro. Come
He's
at
on
me.
like a.
Come on. Come on, let's go.
We call it the green apple splatter madness.
There's 9 people in this room going, what is this friggin' bastard on? I'm really not on anything. This is just me. That's coming out of your paycheck. So Kevin's like, I know I get your DMs at 1 a.m. Lee Giles, get off my lawn, you long-haired hippie. Yeah, Greg Johnson laughs. He's like, the freaking guy, I'll get a message at 3 or 4 in the morning from him, and when I wake up and I'm and he's there at 8 o'clock responding, I don't sleep. What am I gonna do? That's when my hair went gray. I don't sleep. You can sleep if your mind shuts off. Mine doesn't. And it doesn't help that Alex Sarabia likes to talk to me, do video calls at like midnight.
Yeah, it's Alex's fault. We'll blame Alex.
Blame somebody. It's our listen. That's our culture now. It's everybody else's fault. So I got to join in. But
what's that great line? What's that great line from the Talking Heads on Psycho Killer? Is I hate people when they're not to blame. Isn't that the?
Yeah. But and then it's weird because I don't get much downtime, and when by the time I do, my wife passes out. And when I try to finally sit down, that's when everybody wants to do video calls. It's like it's 10 o'clock and everybody wants to call me. And Will just calls. Like Will doesn't even ask anymore. I just all of a sudden.
Yep.
I'm like, this son of a bitch. I just sat down. I'm about to finally watch a movie with the 15 minutes before my wife passes out, and he's just calling me.
Correct.
Yes.
I usually get you at dinner time.
Yeah, that's true too. I'll be sitting there shoving food in my face, trying to hurry up because I got to get to something. And
yeah, it's like I've rang the Godfather chewing on a turkey leg. You know.
You do me a favor. I do you a favor.
You don't even.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
keep
Samuel
waiting to wake
Diaz.
up with a horse's head in my bed.
Yeah. Listen, whatever your fetishes are, your business. Samuel Diaz, what's going on? Brian, this is upsetting me because you have never answered my call. You've never called, Brian. You never called me. In between butt dialing video. Yeah, Kevin will butt dial me every once in a while. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm sitting going, hello, hello. And I hear like rummaging and stuff, maybe a fart here and there. I'm like, hello, hello. And then I'll message him. Did you just call me? He's like, oh yeah, that was a butt dial. I'm like, why does your butt keep dialing me? I don't want that thing.
That thing.
Stop offering it up to me. Anyway. Sam Diaz, I'm here coloring Goro and deleting my coloring each time I complete it. I'm never satisfied.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
It's the madness, I'll tell you, Kenny. The madness is taking hold.
I'm telling you.
Okay. I hope you're right, Charles.
Are you just pretending to type? Is that just noise?
I talk to myself all the time. Listen,
Just a background.
I have to talk to I'm the only person that when I talk to, I know is listening. I always agree. I never argue.
Yep. That's right.
But
Come along, Phil. Come along, Phil. Watch your head as we put you in the van. Shh. It's all right. Yes. Yes, we know. Yes, we know you answer your own questions. Come on. Shh.
Oh, well, it's funny because
Take this.
I used to like to mess with people, and I'd just be walking, and if someone was eavesdropping on my conversation, or if they were like staring too long, I would start talking to myself and twitching. And whoever it was, I don't know these people are strangers. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" And they would finally turn away. One day I was walking with my wife, at the time, my girlfriend, and this older guy was just staring at her and following us. So she's talking about something, and I cut her off, and I go, John, I have to say, with the boob job and the makeup, you really make a hot-looking woman. And the guy looks like, what the fuck? And he turns around and he walks away. She goes, what the hell are you talking about? I go, oh, nothing. That guy was just perving on you, that's all. I used to pull stuff like that all the time.
Now she goes by
9.
John? I didn't.
Yeah.
So
I was 9 years
story.
old. I was 9 years old on the subway going to my mom's job in the summer, and there was a guy who got off on getting off and people watching. And everybody in the train was disgusted. He's just there, beating it like a drum. And I look at him at 9, I get up and I point and I start laughing, like really loud. And I go, it's so small. So the whole train starts laughing, and that guy gets up and he leaves because now he's not getting what he wants. He's embarrassed. And the crowd was laughing, and a few people were like, you go, kid. I was like 9 years old. I'm like, man, I don't want to see that crowd. I just started doing it myself.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
9.
Oh, you have no idea. Like, I used to play. I'm like my grandfather, rest his soul. I used to play a lot of pranks. I mean, not harmless stuff, but nothing like mean or. But I was just a prankster, and I don't know. I never cared what people thought, and I have no shame. I have no inhibitions. I was at my friend's. My friend is Asian, and no disrespect, this isn't racist, but most Asians are not very tall. Okay, and I'm 6'1". So, I'm at I'm the only Caucasian at the wedding. I'm his best man, and I'm taller than everybody. And I'm out there dancing. I'm having a goofball time. I'm loud like I usually am, blah, blah, blah. And they're coming up to me like, you're not drinking? I'm like, no, I'm not drinking. They're like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. Why would I be? I'm not drinking. I don't drink. They couldn't believe that I was that, So a friend that a friend of the guy that's getting married, I don't know this person. He comes over and he goes, who's the Godzilla dude?
Oh, no.
I was like, you racist bastard.
Oh.
How'd you know Godzilla was Irish? But anyway, so Kevin's offended. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to get into it, but someone got offended over a story point that I did, which is a shame. This is someone that I've been friendly with for a while now, and now they're all of a sudden mad because of a little story point that I put in, which isn't even like the contention of the story. It's not even the main part. It's like a few pages of something that happens. So, but we're in a sensitive society, right? And the funny thing is, it's the toughest among us, or self-proclaimed toughest, that are the most butthurt over words. Mm-hmm. Hey, get over yourself. If you can't write and create because you're afraid of offending someone, we're done. I mean, if you can't write books, if you can't say something, if you can't have an opinion, at some point, everybody's going to be offended by something, then nothing is allowed to be said anymore, right? I mean, because there's so many people in the world, you're going to offend somebody. We can't cater to everyone. Hate to tell you. There are going to be times where I don't like what somebody says, but as a grown man in a free world, I have the right to walk away. Grow up. Grow a set. Anyway, I'm pontificating. My apologies.
The more you know.
Yeah. G.I. Joe. I know that's not where that comes from. I'm just saying. Anyway, what do we got left?
Get that boy some electrolytes. Someone,
Indeed.
somebody.
So someone else pledged. We got one more backer for $28 with 9 minutes to go. Bless your soul. Thank you. No thanks to Will and Kenny because they haven't done shit in the last week. Whatever.
Okay.
Albino alpaca.
Inaccurate,
By the way, it's funny that you mentioned alpaca because I am running a Kickstarter for Alpaca Studios from South America in April. So it's funny that you mentioned albino alpaca. We got another one. We got another backer, and we're at $3,051. Who are these lovely people?
Come on, on the way to 20.
Lee, you didn't have to do that. Lee Giles, very kind of you. Thank you. You didn't have to support, but thank you so much. I want everybody to know, please don't ever feel obligated to. I'm not implying this is what Charles is doing, what Lee is doing, but please don't ever feel obligated to support just because I plug you or I support yours. I'm not tit for tat. I don't like that. Oh, you didn't support mine, I'm not supporting yours. That's very childish and selfish and stupid because there's other ways to support. And honestly, not everybody can afford to support every campaign. So just chill. And, if you like a book, buy it. That's it. But Lee, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey, Vickert. Is that how you pronounce it? Vickert or Vickart? How are you? Thanks for coming in. And Richie Reyes. Thank you so much, Richie, who's probably not even watching. But thank you. We appreciate all of you. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for that, and we are wrapping it up. Let's see. It's 2 years. We're gonna do the countdown. 7 minutes to go, peoples. All right. I'm gonna put it up for the last 7 minutes on the side. $69, dudes. We're at 69. So let's get that 70th backer. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's get an influx in 7 minutes. Now 69 dudes is from Bill and Ted's, man. What number my thing go? 69, dude. That wasn't bad.
I love it.
Randy, what's going on? He said 69 is not a bad place to be. Well, it depends. It depends on who's the 9.
Jesus.
You can have a pogo stick in your face.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Oh,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Yes.
Listen, when I'm in fight mode, this is my defense mechanism. I crack jokes.
Sure?
I get silly.
You're also
So nobody dies.
right.
No, I'm all right. I'm always tired, but I mean, if I don't make myself laugh, someone's gonna get hurt.
Okay.
I mean, when you listen to Limp Bizkit's break something all day.
Oh man. Why are
Randy,
you listening?
I know. Well, that one song is good just to let out like annoyance and anger. Randy Funk, you're such children. I'm so embarrassed. Yes, Randy, we are. Especially Will.
Oh yeah,
Especially
it's
Will.
all me. It's all me.
Will's a big child and really dirty. We've got 5 minutes, people. Look at that. 5. Let's go. That's 300 seconds. Let's go. Come on, get those. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Come on. Let's get in there. Speaking of which, how many kids you have, Will? 12?
And counting.
Will's got like 6 kids. Jesus, mask that robber before you rob the bank. For the love of God. Jeez.
Yeah, they're listening, but don't worry about that. That's fine. Yeah, that's
No, they're
good.
not.
Yeah, they're on. That's right. They're in the other room listening. It's fine.
Actually, can they hear me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something? I would stop
Yeah.
talking like this.
No, I just like letting you perform who you are. That's all right.
Yeah, and your wife's gonna be like, I don't want him repping you anymore. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's a disgusting low grade.
He's misogynist and low class.
What did he say about a pole?
Closest I've been is 45, and she insisted me that it wasn't a mustache, that it was a thyroid problem. Kind of suspicious.
Jesus.
That was great, Samuel. Sam's gonna fit right in.
Jesus.
Oh my lord! And the winner goes to Samuel. Randy said they're Aussies. They're not as uptight as we Americans.
True.
Well, yeah, I could not believe that person got mad at me for a story point. I don't get it.
People need to calm down. Just calm down.
Well, this is my issue. It's not about even getting upset. I'm not going to make this political, but there is a group of people that you could be nice with them and they're nice with you and you get along great, and it could be years, it could be decades, it could be whatever, and it's this great, good relationship. And the second you say something that they don't agree with, they will turn their back on you and betray you and turn on you. And I don't understand that. I mean, I fight with my wife. She's wrong all the time. But, I mean, she's not here to hear that. So
yeah, you're going to pay for that one later.
Yeah, she's not here. But I fight with my wife. I made her so angry she punched a hole in a wall, but she loves me. We argue, you fight, you disagree, you move on. That's called being an adult. That's normal life. Not everything in this life is going to tickle your ears and make you feel happy and good about yourself and sweet. And life is so good. It's rainbows and unicorns and Skittles pop out of my ass. It doesn't work that way.
What?
Well, you should see the toilet.
Why Skittles?
Taste the
Out of all
rainbow,
the
man.
choices.
Taste
Out
the
of all the
rainbow.
choices.
Taste the rainbow.
My goodness.
Randy said she's been wrong before she married you. Randy is just jealous, hating on me for having a hottie wife. It's not becoming of you, Randy. It's not becoming. We have 2 minutes, guys. Who's going to get that number to 70? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Indeed.
Hey, where's
So we're
Joe
gonna-
Ryan? What's going on here?
I don't know. I want to know where he's been as an intern.
Oh.
We're not going there. Oh, look at the countdown. 170, 116. It's like New Year's. Let's do it together, guys, when we get to 60 seconds. Oh, 20 seconds. Come on, frantically hurry up, people. Let's go. I want a flood of 5,000 people in the next 100 seconds. Let's do this.
Don't say it.
Do it.
Let's do this, Brutus, because I ain't new to this.
That's it.
See, I wasn't even thinking about it until you opened your mouth.
No, he was going to do it.
He was.
I wasn't.
Really
It wasn't on my mind. I'm doing the countdown here. I doubt this number
He
is.
full stopped that. He full stopped it.
I doubt this number is going up at this point at all. But come on, get me to 70 backers. A nice, juicy number.
Well, the number got to be juicy though.
What's wrong with Juicy?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Not Juicy Smollett. He's like, oh shit, he went there. Greg Johnston in the house.
Hey,
What's up,
Greg.
Greg?
Help us, Greg. Help.
I was talking to Greg
Yeah.
before and he just disappeared on me. I'm like, what the? I'm in the middle of talking to him. He just disappears. What the hell? All right, 35 seconds. Who's going to be the 70th backer right before this thing goes? Come on, guys. 70th backer. Let's do this. Come on. Randy said all three grandkids are there, so it's pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get her done.
See, that's
all right.
That's how the countdown for the Royal Rumble should go, just like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's how you say. That's how you do our outro.
Oh,
Have fun, storm the castle.
Yeah.
So we ended at $3,051 with 69 backers. Thank you to the 69 people that backed the campaign. Very grateful to you. And I'm very serious about that for a moment. With all the joking around and everything, if it wasn't for the 69 backers and the loyal people that come out and trust in Filbo Publishing, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be working hard toward this. I wouldn't have this dream. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. And it's the most sincere thing I could say to you. I'm very serious. Words cannot convey my gratitude and appreciation to the guys that I rep, especially in this case, Will and Kenny, because they support my campaigns a lot. And Gary Gerard, of course. But to the people that I've met and support, Randy Funk and Greg Johnston and Charles W. Morgan and Rafael Tavares Jr. are just examples of people that they constantly are supporting all my campaigns. And Rally, of course. It's just, it's hard to, I know you look at, it's not thousands and thousands of people, right? But the fact of the matter is, even if one person's interested in my little story or what I created, that's an amazing thing to me because, how many people get that? They make up the little things in their head or they never really meet their potential of creating and they never get to experience that. And by the grace of God, by the grace of the people that support me, I get to do that. And again, these books don't get made without guys like Will and Kenny, who sacrifice and work hard and relentlessly doing pages to the middle of the night to meet deadlines and give me the best possible work they can give me. So thanks to you guys as well. I mean that sincerely. We tease each other because we care about each other. We've become family in my mind, and if I'm wrong, well, fuck you too. But we've I appreciate it. But I'm telling you now, you people better come out for Tragedy and Withered because you're missing out on great books. Tragedy, I fund Tragedy in an hour, and it's I have like 100 to 150 loyal backers that come back for every issue. And that's amazing to me, and I appreciate you. Is that huge numbers in the scheme of things? No, but to me, it's huge. Hey, listen, I supported you and Jim Starlin this month, so you're in pretty good company. Well, I appreciate that. Seriously. I don't know. It amazes me that anybody would want to spend their hard-earned money on what I do. It's the biggest compliment. So. But anyway, that was my serious moment. Now you can go to hell. I'm just kidding.
Well, damn.
I said that might be also secure license for Okay, good to know. Sorry. I have a lot of things in the works. I do a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't. Are you kidding, Samuel? I hope you're kidding. Anyway, now I made the announcement the other day. I have 3 big covers coming. I announced 2 of them. Now, I was reluctant to do it because they're not in my hand yet, but they confirmed that they are doing them, and I have no reason to believe that these 2 gentlemen would not be men of their word. So my dealings with them, they've always been honorable, integral people. So Bill Sienkiewicz is doing a cover for Tragedy.
Oh.
And Chris Picciolo. Cool. And Chris Picciolo is doing a cover for Tragedy.
Oh.
The third person, I'm just going to wait because they asked me to wait until they actually start the cover. And that's going to be another biggie as well. Not Biggie Smalls. And it's great. I have other things that are probable, but not guaranteed, so I can't say anything. But I'm busting at the seams, hoping that they come through. And if they do, they're going to be huge announcements, big announcements. Just to let you know, I'm not just publishing my own stuff. I'm going to be publishing other indie people and giving, new people a chance. But I'm also going to be delving into well-known people. I mean, I've already published some big names on my covers with Will Spertasio and Tyler Kirkham and, Ian Churchill and Sean Chen and Larry Stroman and Geraldo Borges and Chance Wolfe and, Ryan Kincaid and Mike DeBalfo and Al Garza and, Alex Sinclair. And, we have Chris Sotomayor, who's doing the colors on Tragedy, who's a major Marvel DC colorist. So I get to publish a lot of big names. And as you see, Bill Sienkiewicz and Chris Pachalo and another person. So I want you all to understand, I know there's a lot of smaller publishers that you might not take seriously. Some of them deserve to be taken seriously, so don't get me wrong. And some of them, maybe not. But take me seriously. I have relationships with a lot of big name people in the industry who respect me, are willing to work with me. Part of it stems from doing my conventions that I run. And part of it's from my live streams. Part of it's from my publishing company. Part of it's because I'm so damn handsome and charming. But either way, from the unknown talent that you're going to know to the household name, Filbo Publishing is already publishing them. So imagine what we're going to do. I'm going to start calling Will Gigglepuss.
Fuck him in the back of the classroom with Kenny, and we just can't stop laughing.
But so yeah, I and there's actually another well-known person who's supposed to be doing cover for me. I haven't heard from him in a little while. I'll check with him. And then there's other people that said they're going to. They just can't at the moment. And there might some doozies coming, man. Randy said he was with me until handsome and charming. Well, I know those are two words that aren't in your vocabulary because every time you look in the mirror, they don't come to mind. But I love that perspective, Will. That's a great perspective, Will.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah. So please take this seriously. I'm not just some guy. I didn't call myself a publisher until I started having multiple books. Not to imply that if you're only doing one book, you're not a publisher. You are. But to me, a publisher is publishing multiple books, has a line, maybe publishing other people. And I want to be taken seriously and legit. I don't often talk about the friendships and relationships that I have with big people in the industry because I'm not a name dropper. I don't want to be known or falsely respected for the people that I'm friends with. I want to be known and respected genuinely for my achievements in life and this industry. And I don't need attention seeking. I'm not going to be giving you pictures, I bruised my boo-boo. I got a boo-boo today. I bruised my knee. Nobody gives a shit about that. But I will keep pushing my publishing company, and hopefully you'll respect my achievements, my accomplishments, and my effort. And you'll show that respect and support and faith in me by supporting everything I do to make it grow. And that includes Legendary Illustrations with these two examples, examples of amazing artists, Kevin, who's here, and Rod, who was here, and a bunch of other people. So the only reason why I care to make it big is for two reasons. I want to teach my kids that you can grab life with both hands and embrace it, and you can be and do whatever you want if you put the work in. And the other reason is I want to bring people with me. And unless Kenny or Will of them, get there first, I want to bring them with me. And there's too many people that I think have forgotten what it was like to struggle, and they got to where they got, and that was it. I'm not going to forget the people who put their faith and support in me on the way up. And God willing that I make it someday, they will never be forgotten. And I will bring everybody I can with me, unless you're a douchebag. Hi. It ended. $3,051, 69 backers. Yeah. We funded a while ago. It was a $1,500 goal, so we did over 200% fund. But thank you for asking. Look at my daughter coming in here checking to see how the campaign ended.
Nice.
You say that, Greg. We're all piling in the short bus. Phil is driving. Greg is on that bus, man. I'm telling you. Well, because I was live with the live streams. Really? Oh. You keep sticking that tongue out at me. I'll wrap it around your head 4 times.
4 times?
Yeah, I'll stretch it that far. You better get lost, punk. You know what? You go to sleep before me. Remember that. I got lots of permanent marker. Punk ass kid. God, I love my kids. They're friggin' awesome. Randy, I already have.
Are you taking notes, Kenny? Now we know how to respond.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I can hear you. Blah, 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 blah.
Randy said, I already have pieces by Kenny Will, so I backed this Kickstarter sketch level to get a piece by Ricardo to add to my collection. Yeah, Randy, I know you did. You don't have to throw out your Phil, take me with you too, okay? I was there too. I was part of it. Please let me get on the bus too. Don't forget me.
Jeez.
Randy, when we go to Garden State Comic Fest, I'll pick up Randy and he'll drive in with me. So, I don't know where it started, but Randy just started busting my balls, and it's good. When a person likes you, when a guy likes you as a friend, he busts your balls. That's 100%. Our generation,
100%.
So, but I have a test. If I pass gas in front of you and you're offended, I can't be friends with you.
Wait, what?
I can't trust you. If you're a man and you rip one and you don't laugh or go, oh, Jesus Christ, and laugh and walk away, or you get actually offended, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying.
So there's a test now. Like we have to inhale your
when
inside.
You come to my house, I'm gonna crop dust the whole freaking house. Hey Bear, my favorite child is here. What's up, buddy?
Right. I'm gonna sit down and stop playing Barbie. I'm getting tired.
Okay, is mommy home
Yeah.
yet? Did you hear the Dynamics campaign ended? $3,051, 69 backers. Do the happy dance. This book is based on them. I asked them both to do covers, and the little crap heads didn't do it.
I forgot.
Yeah, because you have so much on your plate. It's a rough life. You're like a cat. You eat, sleep, and poop. That's it, and play.
I need mommy to help me know how to draw a card.
You know how to draw. You're awesome. I want you to draw what you draw.
I can't draw a card perfect, though.
Who says you have to be perfect, honey?
My
Nobody's
card.
perfect. You just do the best you can.
What if they don't know if it's a card?
I don't think you're that bad. Who are you barking at?
Yeah! Bark at yourself!
Shh, stop. Hey, Stalin. Jeez.
Yeah, you bossy.
I'm about to whoop that rear end. She's a Venus flytrap. And kills everyone.
She's an ugly.
What have I always told you? What have I told you about crack?
It's not your friend.
That's right. It's not your friend, honey.
Are you talking to me or not?
Put the crack away.
Colin, you gotta take drugs. I do not. I told you not. to
What are you
anymore.
Are you high? I will whip that button.
Yeah.
All right. Nice leopard print Barbie dress.
Haley has a matching one. You're wearing matching twins.
You know everybody
Yeah,
hears it,
yeah,
right?
Kenny.
They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you.
He's a bossy chick right here.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Melanie, why do you smell like feet?
I showered yesterday.
Oh. Anyway, that's quiet around my house. Kaylee, let me tell you something about Kaylee. She's up at the crack of dawn, 6:37 every morning. She quietly reads, does her daily reading when she gets up. She goes and gets herself dressed, makes herself breakfast at 8 years old, and she's
Are you saying bad things about my sister?
no, I'm saying good things. I'm about to say bad things about you if you give me a moment. So anyway, Kaylee is autonomous and self-reliant. Would you stop?
No.
And then there's this one.
Ew, you're greasy.
I'm greasy.
Ew, you're oily. Ew.
He's had a lot of stress today, folks.
Give.
Oh look, I got the ugly leopard Barbie doll.
Give it.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing today? I'm Barbie.
Give it.
Stop screaming. You're gonna.
Barbie
blow
looks like it's
eardrums
been a
out.
rough week. It's been a long week, Barbie.
Hard streets. Poor Barbie.
I joke with them, but sometimes I still got to be dad.
Yeah, it's necessary.
Anyway. Yeah, so she gets up, she takes care of herself. She's a good kid. She comes home, goes right to her homework, gets it done. She's a good kid.
Wow.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Nobody does that.
Come on.
And I'm a school teacher. I know.
No, Kaylee really likes to dig into her homework. She gets in and she likes to do it. She's very scholastic. She takes pride in doing it.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
I want more fraction homework.
You want more fraction homework? You my
What?
kid? Are you my kid? You act like me.
I want homework.
Are you? Crack is not your friend. No, I'm supposed to encourage her to like homework, right? Yeah, homework is great. Good that you like your homework.
Thank you. I want to learn.
I never did my homework. But anyway, I mean, honestly though, they get homework. It's like 6 questions. I used to get 3 hours of homework. I'm like, I was just at school for 6.5 hours. I don't want this shit anymore. I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot softer on them now.
Yeah.
Hell no. Getting book reports every week, homework, 3 hours of homework every night. God forbid you had your Christmas vacation. You had a book report and like work to do, packets to do every day. These kids get nothing.
Oh,
And they got how many weeks off?
I don't
We never
understand
had it so good.
at all. Yeah, like teacher planning days and what the hell is that?
They even have pajama day. Come in your pajama. Like, what?
What?
By the way, I'm not going to school in my pajamas. Are you out of your mind? I wouldn't feel comfortable. I feel very vulnerable.
Yeah,
Especially
that
with
Barbie
other-
outfit. Wouldn't, I don't know, man.
I only
You in
did
that Barbie outfit? I don't know.
I look damn hot. I look damn hot.
I did that for Spirit Week in high school. We had a pajama day.
Yeah, hell no. Let me tell you something. I grew up in Queens. I grew up in bad neighborhoods in Queens. School was like a prison for me.
Right.
Here I live out in the suburbs in Long Island because as you want to make a better life for your kids, and it's like Saved by the Bell.
Right.
Like, where's Zach Morris and them? I'm serious. It's freaking ridiculous. Hey, Chris Borman, what's going on? Sam said if he goes to school in pajamas, he'd go to jail. Well, the reason why you go to jail for going to school in pajamas, Samuel, is because you're in your 30s. But anyway, that's called child predator, Samuel. Anyway.
There's no way that Will and I would have been able to sit like for a whole class.
Dude, my giblets would be cold. I'm not wearing a
What?
PJs in freaking school.
Giblets?
Jesus.
Giblets?
Jesus had nothing to do with it.
Giblets are so delicate.
They're not? You telling me yours aren't delicate?
I wouldn't call them giblets.
When it comes to them shrinking out of the cold, they become giblets.
I don't know about all that. I haven't been cold in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's true. You live in Florida.
I don't know all about that.
Yeah, but you grew up here in Queens. Oh, Brooklyn. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I grew up in Queens.
Oh, you
Far
did?
Rockaway.
Oh, that's right. Far Rockaway.
Rockaway Beach.
Far Rockaway is weird, man.
It is.
One end is the projects, and it's rough. The middle is the white projects, and it's rough. And then there's the rich area all the way on the end. And then there's Breezy Point, which is this really nice community that, unfortunately, after Sandy was like underwater.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird area.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And it just gets weirder every year.
I know. But you know what? I still take the community in Queens over the communities everywhere else any day because there's community. Like, your neighbors,
100%.
and you know each other. And when your neighbors are good with you, you look out for them. Some of your neighbors, you're like, dickhead. But,
Absolutely.
I used to go to the store for the old Italian lady next to me.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I miss about my old neighborhood. That Rockaway, say what you will about it, but it was small enough to where like everybody knew one another.
Right. And dude, you had the beaches right there. It was great. I used to go play tackle football on the beaches there at night. A bunch of us used to go out there around 10 o'clock at night and go play tackle football. We put the cars up there with the lights so you could see, and we just go play tackle football on the beach.
Oh yeah. I went to Beach Channel High School, so it was like
I was gonna ask you that.
I went to Beach Channel High School, so like it was when I was cutting class, it was like to go play handball.
Dude, I don't know how anybody stayed in that school. It's right on the water. I mean, I'd be like, I want to go out in this freaking classroom.
100%. 100%. Like when I developed the nerve to like start cutting class, like oh boy. After fifth period.
Kindergarten?
No. It was always high school. High school is when I became a lot more social.
So Chris Borman sent me some art. Let's check it out.
Chris Borman.
Yeah,
Chris Borman.
Joe Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Ravenger and Twig.
Yeah,
Good.
Spawn.
Very nice.
And his friend's son is a Jedi.
Ah.
He excels at the Star Wars stuff. Nice job on the robes, facial expression. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet kind of nuts. Very cool.
We lost Will.
Thanks for sharing with us, Chris. We like when people come out and share with us. Gerald, are you with us and are you drawing? Speak up. We lost Will.
Yeah, he'll be back. I think he like shifted his phone or something.
And he's back. On Vu in the house. Hi, On. How are you? On, a very talented artist. You should go check out her work, follow her, commission her.
She's great. I love Anne's
Yeah.
work.
You know what's the best thing about On though? She's talented, but she's humble, she's sweet, she's kind, and she's about the community. She's got the right attitude. She's one of the right people in the community.
Yeah. Mahalo, Khan.
All right, so let's do this. Get a close up and look at what he's doing with the Silver Hawks. That's coming out nice, Kenny.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I'm gonna see if I can find a way to kind of at least do it like a side profile,
Right.
like to fill in this area right here,
Sure.
and then just kind of leave it like black, starry space.
Nice.
Behind it.
What was the bad guy's name, Kenny, again?
I think it was
Monstar.
Lone
Monstar.
Monstar.
Monstar. Yes.
And he had that amazing big squid ship. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
That
they're
was
supposed to
cool.
be doing a new cartoon of this.
Really?
That's what he-
I don't
And it's
know.
supposed to be faithful, and they're saying that the animation is going to be on par. I hope it's true, because if they do
Yeah.
what they did to Thundercats, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thundercats is possible. Not that Teen Titans Go Thundercats.
No, I'm talking about the Go one. The other one
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
that
Go
was
one.
weird.
I like the other one, the one that was kind of reminding me of Avatar. Like the
I
Yeah.
liked
Last
it.
Airbender.
I liked it
Yeah.
for what it was, but it's not what I wanted from Thundercats. But it
Like,
wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
It had a really cool, like, I don't know, there was a little bit of drama
Yeah.
that the OG show didn't have. Like there was
Yeah.
layers that they were building up to.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I really liked about that show.
And some of the stories are really quite beautiful. I remember watching one where they were going through the forest and the little creatures there lived for a day. They grew. They
Yes.
started young and then
Yeah.
grew old in a day. That was a beautiful
Yes.
story, and I thought
Yeah.
that's what I want to see more of, like cartoons like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Something with
No,
you know,
now we get
allegory.
She-Ra
Yeah.
in high school. Please.
it's just stupid. Like, just stop giving me stupid slapsticky garbage. Like, give us some
Yeah.
intelligent stories. Like, I mean, we had Thundercats and stuff like that when we were kids, but a lot of our cartoons played to us like we had a brain. Some of our comic
True.
books.
What are you talking about? You got Velma.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, that's what I asked for. Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with Randy. They ruined Space Ghost when they did that awful Coast to Coast. A lot of people like that, but that and Harvey, Birdman, Lawyer, I didn't like those at all.
yeah.
Eh,
Although Harvey Birdman was pretty funny.
yeah, Harvey Birdman was pretty funny. I admit that. You know, I mean, it's the thing is that those shows back then, you know, they were like campy.
yeah,
Right? So to take something that was so campy back then, like you'd have to go like super dark, or like, what's the word? Yeah, like go dark. I mean, because if you make the comparison to like say Adam West Batman,
yeah,
right? And then for Adam West Batman or just the Batman character himself to be taken relatively serious, you have to go the other way.
right. Look, I took Harvey Birdman about as serious as I took Robot Chicken. You know, like, I mean, it wasn't canon for me. It was just a bit of fun.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I enjoyed, like, you know, Space Ghost Coast to Coast and so on.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to take the Space Ghost character and make him a little more dramatic, kind of like what they did with the that CGI Green Lantern show.
Oh, yep. I remember that.
That was a good
You know,
show. I don't know why they
That
didn't
was a
last.
great show. That was an absolutely
Yeah.
great show. Very well done, very well animated. You know, they kept it very self-contained to where like they explored the color spectrum mythos and they did a great job at it. And it had like a Star Trek kind of vibe to it with the different races that they would encounter and so
Yep.
forth. You know, so that if they're able to do something like that with like Space Ghost, I'm on board. 100%.
Yeah. It's amazing they haven't touched any of those properties. Like, I mean, I know when I was doing that painting, I was just amazed constantly. Oh, there's another character and another character, and like all of these incredible properties,
Right.
and I haven't done anything with it.
I think it's, again, it's kind of sensitive territory because it's, something that used to be so campy.
Yeah.
Back in the day, by comparison to today's standards, right? They'd have to go the other way, and it's kind of risky.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I wonder if it's because it's been out of the public's eye for so long. Maybe they feel there's not a market for it. Maybe, I don't know.
True.
Whereas Scooby-Doo is still on everyone's lips a little bit,
Well, that's because they've been able to do something every couple years with that IP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, it's still got some relevance to it.
Yeah. I suppose the same argument could be said for Battle of the Planets. I haven't done anything with that either.
Absolutely.
They did a movie, a live action movie.
Yeah.
And the effects to it were actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
It was pretty well done. Like a lot of the live action adaptations of like old school anime and manga tend to be very campy. Even it's almost like they take themselves a little too serious.
All right. Yeah.
Like in the vein of like Power Rangers. But the effects to Battle of the Planets was pretty well done.
It's kind of very similar to Attack on Titan, that kind of same sort of jumping around cable sort of fighting,
Right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Was horrible though. The live action to that was terrible.
Yeah. But I guess the fight scenes reminded me of that, and it's the same sort of I don't know. I find that kind of a little bit hard to watch because the storyline's a little bit overacted, and I know that's the style, but it's I find it a bit hard to get into.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if they would have gone a little more practical, with Attack on Titan, they would have executed that better.
The monsters look good when they first arrived. When they first came through the gates and stuff, they were pretty creepy. They looked all right.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
there's always potential for a revival of some of those old IPs. It's really the writing.
That's right. Yeah. So they get it wrong so quickly when it comes down to the writing, don't they?
It's there's too much pandering. There's too much of a focus on inclusion and not storytelling.
Yes. Yeah.
Silver.
Don't you be talking that stuff. Cause trouble. Ann says she loves the glance that you gave Usagi.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's great.
I used to love Usagi Yojimbo when I was younger.
That's very well done. Now, Will, over these pencils, right?
Yes.
Are you going to do an underpainting over?
I'm going to do an underpainting in sepia,
okay,
so browns, and then I might do very minimal color, like just over the top of it, just to give it that kind of real sort of Japanese sort of traditional wash.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. So it's got like some warmth. It's got that warm, rice paper kind of vibe to it.
Right. Yeah. Almost like those old scroll works that you see where they tell the story of the traveling Ronin.
I love that. Yeah. I recently started applying an underpainting to the stuff that I do.
Oh, nice.
That I don't know if you saw it, that GL that I posted recently.
Yes, with the ring up. Yep.
Yes.
The classic GL power ring.
Indeed, that one had an underpainting to it, and
Nice.
it's such a huge difference.
Oh yeah,
Such a huge difference.
it does a lot psychologically for yourself before you paint. You know, like getting rid of the whites
Yeah,
is a big deal, unless that's really what you want. But it sets the color, the local color for the paint. So
right.
whatever you then mix, it's always psychologically in the back of your mind that's the value that you put into each of the colors. So it's good that way. And I mean, it's no different if you're doing a portrait. You put in a green background or a blue background, so
Right.
you're establishing your shadows first, and then you build on top of that. It's a really old technique, but it works well. I mean, if you got paper that can handle it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I find that the underpainting sort of like makes the layer of color that goes over it feel that much more robust.
Absolutely, and then that's why in the old days, when the old boys used to paint, portraits like a Rembrandt or a Da Vinci, they would put those underpaintings in,
Yeah.
and then they would glaze and glaze and glaze and glaze and glaze and glaze, and so the shadow areas of their paintings are really really thin, and their highlights were really thick. So the highlights really jump forward, but because of the amounts of glazes they would put over it,
Right.
it gave the illusion of depth, the illusion of form, and that was the whole trick of the Flemish paintings like Vermeer and people like that, is that their challenge was constantly to create the illusion of reality. That was what like Girl with the Pearl Earring and all those ones. It was all about the illusion. That's how they got their funding from their patrons.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry to interrupt. I've been waiting for a chance. Vic Medina said, "Great line work." On asked Will, "Do you usually keep your lines in paint or paint right over them?"
I minimize the line, so I usually get a putty rubber or a kneadable razor, and I go over it and lighten it down. And depending on where I'm working, so if I'm working in an area that's going to require a fair amount of layering, I'll leave the lines in there as a guide for myself. But for me, a lot of this now, because it won't remain as a pencil drawing, this is my map, right? So I haven't done the detail of all the wheaty grass, and the reason for that is because I'm going to be putting a background behind it, so it's going to have a very overcast kind of sky to allow for those other colors to jump forward. So it's really just a map for me, a reminder as I'm going through. It helps me build the composition. Now, a little bit of a insight. So that was my original sketch for it over the breakfast table.
Nice.
So very minimal. And then I decided, originally I was going to go with an aerial view. But then I thought, no, I really want to kind of make it a bit more cinematic with the characters in close and make it portrait format rather than landscape. And then once I've done that, then I start mapping the composition. You might be able to see lightly in the background, you can see some lines going this way, like zigzag shapes, because I knew that that's how I wanted to play the composition. So your eye would move through the action scene.
Nice.
So this figure that's coming through the grass here will be further away than this one. So you're kind of moving backwards, and I'm going to do one right in the distance here in silhouette, moving through the grass. So you'll have a sort of a play of these bandits sort of converging on Usagi. Down here he's got his backpack and his, I'm not sure how you would describe those hats, like a little rice hat with
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
like the one that Raiden wears in Mortal Kombat, like those ones.
Yes. The
rice farmer's hat.
hat. Yeah.
Yeah, like a rice farmer's hat. So he's wearing one of those, and he'll have a cloak on the ground, like he's been traveling with. He's kind of like throwing it off to deal with the attackers. And down here, I was going to just drop it in the shadow.
Nice.
Silhouettes of the pathway that he's come down. And and then over here will be just more long grass. So
fantastic.
Yeah, there we go. The trick is trying to vary the animals. So you got little mountain lions, and over here's a boar, the back of a boar's head. And I might do this one over here more like a fox character.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, something a bit different.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of different every now and then.
No, for sure. For sure.
And it was nice to sort of change gears and do something that was a bit less of a monumental scale as the are the ones we've been doing.
Right. Yeah. I for the next one, I want to do like a full like process of like pencils and then prepping it for paint. Like I want to paint live.
Excellent. Yes.
Right?
Yep. Yep. What kind of paint are you thinking about?
I think I'm gonna do like a mix of watercolor and gouache.
Nice. Yep.
Right.
Do you watercolor? Do you wash your gouache down, or do you use it as an opaque finish?
I do both. I do
Yeah.
both. Depending on what the subject is, I'll do both.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So if it's something that's like that I want to go with something that I'm looking for something a little more saturated, I'll go very opaque, like
Right. Yeah.
like almost acrylic.
Yes.
But if I want something that's going to give me like some glares, because I love playing with negative space to get
Yes.
like highlights and glares.
Uh-huh.
So I'll wash it out a little more, so it'll be like more water, less paint.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Kind of bleed it off.
Right. Because I find that I get like some nice blends. Like
Yep.
there was a little bit of gouache in that GL.
Yes.
And then like after all my flats, my glazes, after everything is in, the last thing I do is I apply the ink with a dip pen.
Right. Are you enjoying the gouache?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. There was a little bit of a learning curve in the very beginning,
Uh-huh.
right? Because the consistency confused me a little,
Yes.
right? Because it's like it comes out as thick as acrylic, but like it can go either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nah, man, I dig it a lot.
Yeah, it does take a little while to get the hang of, because it does have that thick opacity, and it doesn't harden like watercolors that seal in.
Right.
You can reactivate it
Yes.
after you've done it, even if it's a week old, you know. And it's that trick of leaving it sometimes for a couple of days to let it all settle, so you can layer it to get those richness, you know. Like I was showing Philip part of the cover for Withered today. And that the demon I was doing on Withered took
that
a
was
little bit of
beautiful.
time 'cause it's so dark, you know.
Yeah.
That thing was beautiful.
Yeah, lots of dark, and it needed to be rich and dark because it's in the foreground of the cover in front of the devil.
Sure.
It's So what are you thinking for your next topic you're going to do?
I think I'm gonna do another group shot, but something with less members.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I'm thinking either Doom Patrol.
Ooh, nice. Yep.
Nice group shot of the Doom Patrol. Fantastic Four.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Do Fantastic Four.
I feel like I can play around with like Invisible Woman's like force fields and
Yep.
Play around with like Human Torch's light sources and get
Yep.
some nice glares in there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what I'm leaning towards, right?
That's a tricky thing. I don't see that done well often, is the light effects that on the other characters from the Human Torch.
Right.
A lot of it is just slapping him in the background. Like it's like the old days when we'd see a lightsaber in a Jedi, but the lighting effect wouldn't affect anything else. It'd just be
right.
there.
There's no ambiance to the light bouncing off.
Yeah, there's no consequence for the light.
True.
Yeah, it's just there. Hey, you got
Yeah.
a lightsaber that doesn't make light, but I use it as a light, but we don't use it as a light.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Something with less members.
Yep.
So that I can progress through the piece a lot faster.
Nice.
And I haven't done an FF piece in a while.
Yeah, it was harder when I did the little corner box one of the Fantastic Four. It was harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought, I'll be able to bang this out, but no, it took a while to get Reed looking how I wanted Reed to look like. I wanted a Kirby looking Reed Richards.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
69 backers.
That's what I think. That's what I think is gonna be the next one. Because I like the OG Doom Patrol,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
right, with the red and white suits.
Yeah.
Yep.
But definitely, like I think something kind of splashy
What?
with the Fantastic Four, could be kind of cool.
How many in the original Doom Patrol?
In the original Doom Patrol, I think it's five members,
Okay.
right?
Ah.
Not including shoot, what's his
The
name?
girls coming to say goodnight.
Yeah.
Spacing out on his name now. He's the Professor X of the
Oh,
team.
right. Yep. Matt, is it Magnus? No, that's not. I'm thinking of the wrong
I
one.
think it is Magnus.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is Magnus.
Is it, or is he Metal Man? I can't remember.
No, Metal Man he's part of the group.
Yeah. Okay. Is it Dr. Magnus?
I'm thinking it is.
I've probably got 1,000 people going, "You're an idiot. You're wrong. What are you
Not
talking
like any,
about?"
no different than the other day.
Let me look it up real quick. Patrol. Yeah, Will Magnus.
Oh, there we go.
Dr. Will Magnus, yes.
Nice.
Yes. So that's I've gotten like this itch to do like deep cut,
Yeah.
IPs like stuff that you don't see like very often.
Yes.
And Doom Patrol is one of those IPs that's like really obscure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that because there's no room for Stargazer. So we're gonna fill that in with maybe some planets.
Greg said he sees a lot of artists using gouache. And he asked, what's the difference between gouache and other forms of coloring you guys use?
Probably I suppose the way the medium flows for me, like it. I mean, coming from an oil paint background, it's just the time it takes. Like painting with oil paint is way different than acrylic, not only because of the immediate value of the enchroma in the paint, but it's like painting with butter. It's got a way different feel to it. And you can feel the acrylics, you can feel the plastics in it. It just feels less or more manufactured, even though it probably isn't. It's probably just my stupid brain, but that's just how it feels. But it's the drying time with oils. Like, I mean, especially here, and it would be the same with you guys over your Decembers in your winter. Like the drying time is weeks between layers. Like you just can't get in there and touch it. So for me, oil paint is a beautiful thing to use. I love it. And I know, Phil, we've talked about me doing some little mini landscapes like Grayskull and stuff like that in oils. That would be super fun. But it really is a luxury in terms of commercial stuff. I mean, you get people like Drew Struzan that loved using oil paints, and there's plenty of artists today that still use it to bang out their works. I know that there's a guy that is licensed to Masters of the Universe. He does some amazing posters. I think his name's Simo. He lives in Germany, but he all he uses is oils. But it really is a luxury item that, in terms of commercial work, because there's such time frame issues. I chose gouache because it has that not the same level of heavy chroma or vibrancy to its color, but it's really, to me, it's close. But I can control it without having to add mediums to it. I don't have to add linseed oils and things like that to water it down, or mediums to water it down. I can get nice and detailed with my gouache, and I can spread it really quickly as well. So it's for me, the gouache is as opaque as I want it, or it can be as watered down as I want it. Just like Kenny and I was saying. I don't prefer watercolors because it's just once it's in, it's in. There's a lot of artists that are amazing at it. I've never been great at watercolors because it just is not something I've practiced enough of. And acrylic paint just gets too plastic on me. It gets to the point where you're building your layers and then it starts releasing from the canvas as much as you're putting down because you put too much down. So for me, gouache was a nice happy medium between those things. Does that make sense? Does that answer what you're saying? Does that answer your question?
On says gouache has a more matted feel and look for her than acrylic,
Yeah,
but it's more opaque than watercolor while still can be washed down.
correct.
She
Yep.
uses Simone Bianchi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The guy that never answers my text messages. From Italy. He's a beautiful artist and painter, but yeah, he doesn't answer my messages. I don't know if he's seeing them. No, Chris, I didn't stroke out. I just thought I'd give these guys a chance to talk process for the artists out there instead of hogging the limelight. Chris had said, whoops, I started. What the hell happened here? I started with watercolor and jumped to acrylics. I hear the gouache has benefits of both. Sam said, yes, gouache has white into the pigment, right?
Sorry, what was that? What was that last bit?
Samuel said, yes, gouache has white into the pigment, right?
White into the pigment.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about painting because I'm not a painter.
I'm not
That's
sure
why
I
I rely on
understand.
you guys. Can you re-clarify, Samuel, what you're saying? Terry is here. Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hope you're doing well. Prayers for you. I know you got stuff coming up. I hope it goes well. Samuel said his man is Alex Ross. He just loves his work too much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's a master illustrator, that's for sure.
for sure.
Lance Stewart is here. What's going on, Lance? Thanks for hanging out, coming out. Hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Lance has a lot of Will's work, right? Quite a few
Yeah.
pieces.
He's got one on his way. It's in the mail.
Yeah.
The Dark Claw piece.
Ooh.
On gouache combines natural or synthetic pigments, water, and gum arabic as a binding agent to keep the paint together. It can also include chalk or other varieties to make a firm texture and flexible over a long time.
Mm.
She's quoting some, a source. So
Yeah.
someone.
Well,
Oh shit, Terry! I hope everything's all right. Are you okay? I like watercolor because you can add a drop of water to your painting and suck the color out with a napkin.
yep.
That's why
and you
some
look at-
people
you
say
look
my
at-
stuffs look chalky sometimes.
Yeah, I think too. I mean, it's a beautiful art. I mean, there's so many artists even on YouTube. You look at doing some amazing portrait stuff with watercolors. It's never been something I really practiced, but yeah, it's incredible stuff.
Yeah, I've done more watercolor in recent years,
Yeah,
and man, I love it more than using markers,
yeah,
right? Because I guess it would depend too, like the brand of watercolor, right? Because I like using the watercolor that you can squeeze out of a tube.
yes, not the palette ones. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't use the palette ones. They frustrate me.
yeah. Well, you
But-
can't really mix properly. I mean, it doesn't allow for larger pieces. you know.
True. So the ones that you can squeeze out of a tube, man,
Oh shit!
I have a blast with those.
Yeah.
Excuse me a second, guys. You
Yeah.
broke your sternum. How are you? Are you breathing all right? How you feeling? That's terrible.
Wow. That's,
Oh man.
Terry was in a car crash, so the surgery
Oh.
is postponed. She said she broke her sternum.
Oh crap.
geez, Terry.
I don't know who you pissed off, Terry, but I don't know. There's gods out there throwing lightning bolts at you. I'm sorry that happened. I hope you heal quickly and soon. Was that a duck? What the hell was that?
What was that?
No, it was my chair. It was squeaking.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a hell of a time for the gag noise.
Yeah. It was the chair, wasn't it?
It
Do
really
it again.
was.
Yeah.
Here's Chris's
You can't-
second
you gotta do
attempt
it
at
again.
watercolor.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's amazing. That's cool.
That's pretty good. Nice and rich.
Yeah.
Nice saturation. That's
Very
well done.
nice.
Yeah.
Kenny pass gas.
I really did.
You're home alone. Who left you alone while you have a broken sternum? I don't know. Well, prayers for you, Terry. We really hope that you get better soon and things get better for you and your luck turns around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam said, my chair. That answer has been valid since 1492.
It really was.
Your family's on vacation? You don't have anybody? Friends, neighbors, anybody? Why am I on vacation without you? Terry. If you lived closer, I'd be your nurse for you. I can't believe we're almost 2 hours, guys. Jeez, where's it going?
Yeah. You guys quick.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. So, Gerald, if you want to show what you've got soon. If anybody else has been drawing along like we like to have you do, we'll show it. Please do. Hang on, Kenny. Let me get a picture of that there. Because we can get a good clear look at the ship. So, very nice. That's coming out beautiful, man. Nice composition.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is this going into ink, Kenny? Is that the plan, or painting?
Yeah. I'm gonna ink this like next week.
Yep.
So all of the whole composition on this was completely random.
Yep.
Doesn't look it.
So I'm glad it worked out.
Nothing's random. That's all of your years of knowledge right there.
Oh man, I like to think so.
Absolutely it is.
But this was totally random.
What does Bob Ross say? It's just a happy accident.
A happy accident, right? Just let that tree live wherever.
Just let the little tree go there. Yeah, little squirrel. Hey, squirrel.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna border this out, and then next week we're jumping into inks. So I'm gonna start with the background, which is gonna be space, and just straight brush and dip pen.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, here's a piece of art. It's an homage to Hulk 240 by Todd McFarlane. It's tell me the medium. You painted this? Or pencil color?
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice. Very nice. That is Samuel Diaz.
Very cool.
Colored pencils. That's what I thought.
Very nice.
Nice job in reflection.
Yeah, very well done.
Not easy, the old color pencils. Very underrated.
Yeah,
The Clayton Crane version.
I got a student that's amazing with colored pencils.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know where she finds the patience.
Yeah, it's hard on the hands, that's for sure.
Yeah, for real. And her colored pencil work, like her renders are really rich and saturated. It almost looks like it was painted from how dense and opaque.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's all about
her-
those layers for sure. I mean, there's lots of artists that do it and they end up with an oil paint effect by the time they've done it.
Yep.
With 7, it depends on the paper. Like you can get 7 to 8 layers of pencil down, and a lot of them do either light grey lead or white pencil in between layers,
Yes.
just to create that foundation for the next layer. But it's incredible stuff. I mean, it takes a lot of planning and to do it right, to make it look like it's got a bit of movement and life to it, rather than something when you do so many layers it looks static.
Right.
That's the real art to it. It's like that old saying, yeah, we know you can, but can you show us something more than just the fact that you can draw a figure still?
Yeah.
It's a tricky thing. Yeah.
Very well put. Very well put. Right here.
Yeah, Samuel, of course. You didn't expect. I thought you were asking me to show it to them, or you meant privately. Oh, sorry. Well, there you go.
Well, we thought it was good, Samuel.
Absolutely.
We support artists.
Keep
We
it
believe
up.
in the community. I hope Terry's doing okay. That's terrible.
Yeah. That's rough.
Man, I think maybe a pillar of light right down the center.
Pillar of light. I thought you were calling me. What?
No. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like one of those maybe when I ink this, it'll be coming to the center here, a pillar of light down the center. Very what is that? Very Star Warsy.
Yes. Yep. So it's sort of like almost like a quasar kind of thing where it's fading in and out, or is it a light source?
No, like a quasar thing.
Yeah.
So
Where it's
so
like an overlay that goes over.
Right. So that as we move outward, it transitions into space more.
Yes.
and then
Yep. It's like a pane of glass almost. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Very cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know if Terry's talking to On or me, but if you need, of course, give me a call. I'll send Will right over.
Yep. I'll be there in 28 hours.
He swims. You swim very fast, don't you?
Oops.
What? It's the chance.
Are you squeezing a duck? I think he's squeezing a duck.
Yeah. It's an old chain, okay?
Well, we got to make you more money, I guess. You could buy a new one.
I'm ordering a new one this weekend.
I think next week
Sure.
you need to abandon your idea next week. And do
Now you have
duck
no excuse
Duck
for your
hunt next week.
farts.
Listen, if I was on stream letting them rip, I wouldn't deny it. Cause I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. All right, I wouldn't deny it if I was out here letting them rip.
It's more fun when you lie, though, Kenny. Don't explain it. I like the imagination.
You know what my
It's
grandmother
like,
used to call a fart when we were little? She used to call it a puddney bust.
what?
She used to call it a puddney bust.
A puddney bust.
And I tried to get the girls to call it a puddney bust, and at like 2 or 3, they were like, "I'm not saying that."
Yeah.
Like, Daddy, it's a fart. Now, Melanie and Kaylee like to walk up to you, lay a silent deadly, and walk away.
Oh,
I can't lie.
a ninja
They
attack.
might have learned that from me.
That is mean. That's like the silent killer.
It's not mean. It's just strengthening your immune system and your ability to breathe.
Involuntarily.
Dude, I was in a parking lot and it was a windy day and I was crop dusting the shit out of that place. My wife was dragging behind me and all I hear is, "Oh my God, I taste it."
Oh.
Wow.
Oh man.
I was telling him how you like to walk up to people, to lay a silent deadly and walk away.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do. You even come and sit on us, fart, laugh, and walk away.
I stopped when I said.
No, you did not. You just did it like 3 days ago.
What do you mean?
You lying Sacagawea.
That was good.
That wasn't Kaylee.
Yes, it was.
Kaylee blames it on the dead dog.
Why is there a dead dog around?
There isn't. That's the smell. Now, our dog
Just for
has
that
passed
reason, we
away.
keep a dead dog to blame.
Kaylee was what, 5 or 6?
5.
She was 5, and
No,
she
6.
fine 6, and she laid a nasty one. The dog had just died like a month or 2 ago, and she goes, "It wasn't me. It was Harley." I go, "Harley's dead, honey."
She said, "I know." See,
She's like, "That's what the smell was then."
Jeez, not even the dog is safe.
no, not even when you're dead.
Kaylee blamed the cat the other day.
Oh man.
It was the quickest thing that came to my mind.
She said it was the quickest thing that came to her mind.
So she admits it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I heard Rocky got out because he's a dumbass cat.
So I grab him because he comes out.
He scratched you. Well, because he's a jackass. That's your cat. You like him. He broke my statues. I'll never forgive that little bastard.
Oh no.
Oh,
He broke I have the Lobo sideshow statue with dog, and he broke dog.
Oh no.
Tell me
Not
that wasn't
sideshow.
intentional. The cat broke the dog.
Yeah, man.
but to do a sideshow like that's rough.
Yeah, I know. Well, the good news is the leg was such a clean break, no chips, that I glued it back. You don't even see the break. And that's why the cat's still alive and in the house. But then he broke, I have the rare bust for Alpha Flight for Snowbird.
Mm.
And that's a rare one. He broke it not too long ago, but he broke it in the worst way. I would have rather it shatter so it's just garbage, but he
Right.
broke little chips off here and there where it's still an intact statue minus the chip here and the chip there. And I'm like, it drives me fucking crazy.
Oh, no.
That's your cat, little a-hole. And here comes Bailey, big fuzz bucket. That's Bailey. Turn around. Hello, baby.
I want to see baby.
Yeah, I think he wants down. What's up? But anyway, are you girls going to bed? Come say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everyone. Have a nice Friday night.
Say Terry.
Good
Teresa,
night.
feel better. Say Terry, feel better.
Terry, feel better.
Right, can we
Oh,
kiss?
now she has to.
Nah, yeah.
It is done.
It's an obligation now.
Let's kiss.
Yes.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, good night.
Love you, baby bear.
Good night. Love you too.
Say goodnight.
Good night, people.
Say goodnight to them.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
This one's becoming a teenager already, and she'll be 11. in April. Come say goodnight.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh,
What?
might be 11.
Oh, yeah. Come say goodnight.
What? Oh.
Good night. I love you. Sleep well, sweet dreams. God bless. Noses.
I feel like Aisha will be talking to her. She's like, wait, what? Huh? What? What?
Noses. Don't be embarrassed. We do noses every night. Stop it. Come on. Don't make me
Dad,
go.
I'm 43.
Yeah. Eskimo noses at 43. Come on, say goodnight. Give me noses. I'll embarrass the hell out of you if you don't give me noses.
Oh,
I'll
man.
make that look like nothing compared to what I do.
The threat.
So there was this one story when Melanie was real little. You ready?
Oh.
So she was butt naked. Oh,
Whoa.
no.
Whoa.
We will have a conversation after the show. Now say goodnight to me.
Good night.
Give me noses and kisses. We will discuss that tomorrow.
I'm thinking I might do the Soviet super soldiers next, Kenny.
Ooh.
You know, with Urso.
Ooh. That's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah, Guardian. Is it Guardian? What's his name? What's
Red
his-
Guardian.
Red
Red
Guardian.
Guardian.
Yeah, I'm thinking of those guys.
I like that.
Yeah. Because that's a small enough team. Like if I do the Avengers, it's going to take me 15 years.
No, for sure, for sure. Like that's
And you have
that's
to just deciding which of the Avengers you're gonna pick and take you
Yeah,
15 years.
Even if I did West Coast, like
yeah, that's just
Yeah.
insanity, dude. When I did that Avengers piece that I shared with you guys in the
Yeah.
group chat,
that was a beautiful piece.
thank you. That took me off and on like 6 months to do.
Yeah, right.
I took about 2 weeks to plan how and who I was gonna include, and in total that was like it was 186 some odd Avengers.
Yeah, right.
'Cause
Did you
I-
miss many, or did you get
No,
them all?
I mean X-Men have been Avengers at this point.
I think I got all of them because I included everyone that was an actual Avenger, honorary Avengers, and the Young Avengers.
Right. Yeah, an X-Men one would be great. I'd love to do an X-Men one.
Yes. An
Hey,
X-Men
Terry.
one.
You pledged on a Will Playden commission on the campaign, but you never filled out your survey. So you pledged. We have a commission that I've been trying to see
Finalize.
you reached you for the survey. Yeah, that you haven't let him know yet. It was on the. Sorry to cut you off, Kenny. It was on the
No,
Devils in the Details campaign, I believe.
Yes.
It's the
Yes, it
commission
was.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you to fill out the survey and tell us what you want him to draw. You already paid for it. I didn't mean to stifle the conversation there and cut you off.
Okay.
It's just she had made that
No, that's
mention.
all
I
right.
just wanted to let her know.
Oh, no worries.
It's all right,
Suns,
Terry.
that'd be a good
Just
one.
DM
Midnight
me what
Suns.
you want Will to draw.
Yes, Midnight Sun.
Terry, full figure, black and white with background. DM me what you want.
Midnight Sun.
Midnight Suns would be a great one to do. When do you do that one, Kenny?
Yeah. You know what? That's going to be the next one. Midnight Suns.
Yep. Midnight Suns.
Yes, the Midnight Suns, and I'll paint it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nice. Oh no, my baby's here.
Aww.
Well, I've done for today. I'm ready to start the paint next time, I reckon.
Yeah.
We're going to be wrapping up anyway. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sounds like she just took a spill.
Aw, she okay?
I hope so. Yeah, she does stuff, as almost 2-year-olds will.
Yep. Into everything.
She's gonna do stuff.
Yeah. That's the learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one's ready to go. This one's ready for inks.
Yep.
So next week I should be.
I want everybody to know that all these pieces will be for sale. If you're interested in them, you want to put a claim on them, you DM me. Everything they draw on these live streams is for sale. We have the Thundercats still in progress. We have the Silverhawks. We have Jimbo here. We've got the Hanna-Barbera he's doing. We've got a bunch of pieces from Kenny that haven't, not a bunch, there's like 4 or 5 that haven't sold yet that were done on live streams. I think you still have that Doom, right? And Silver Surfer and a few others.
You got it. It's in the portfolio book. You got it.
No, I know I have it. What I mean is, I'm just remembering.
Oh,
the
TMNT. I still have.
Right, the Last Ronin, yeah. And then you just did
Uh,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles piece last week.
Correct.
Kazar. I think. Have you got that yet? Have I sent that to you yet?
You didn't send me Kazar.
I'll have to send you Kazar.
But yeah, I mean, guys, I have original art from them. If you want to buy, reach out to me.
Yep.
Or you can commission them.
That's good.
I do commissions on every campaign. The Dynamics just ended, an hour and a half ago. Wizard is starting in March, and they're all on there with commissions again. So you can commission them on my campaigns. You could save up and then you also get the PDF of whatever book I'm selling. So it's a win-win. You get everything.
Done
so
deal.
there's something you could do that there. You're supporting my campaign. You're supporting the artists. They get the majority of the money for their artwork, and I get towards the campaign. So you're helping me. You're helping them. You're walking away with a beautiful piece of art.
That's
So-
one of the
Sorry, I'm getting a knot in my leg from the loss of potassium. Yeah, my hamstring was knotting up. That's what happens when you lose potassium. I'm not going to explain how or why I did, but I did. That's another story. I can't blame the dog on that one.
Or the chair.
You on the chair. So let's wrap this up. Listen, everybody. First of all, again, the Dynamics wrapped up about an hour and a half ago. Thank you to the 69 backers, the people that supported. You have my sincerest and genuine gratitude and humble appreciation. Thank you. To those who support Tragedy, look out. Tragedy 5 is coming in May, and it's going to be badass. I'm telling you, it's so good. And then the trade paperback's going to have some special stuff. Want to remind you, we've got covers coming from Bill Sienkiewicz. We've got covers coming from Chris Picciolo. I can't name the other person yet, but I will soon. Other big news coming, and Filbo Publishing is steamrolling right through this year. We've got the horror book that's coming out beautiful.
Looks great.
Yeah, Rod and Alex are killing it, and then Kenny is going to be on Ashes to Ashes after he's done with the manga.
Yes.
More of that.
There's so much I have going on. I sent it a long time ago, Terry. The survey went out months ago. How many bangers? Anyway, Withered is launching March 2nd. And Will is doing a beautiful job on this book, and it's being colored right now, the first 6 pages. I don't know how many of you backed Devils in the Details and how many of you read Withered yet, but I think it's a different take on Angels and Demons that nobody's ever done before. It's interesting, and I think you'll really like this book. It's fantasy. It has elements of horror, has elements of sci-fi. It has elements of theological faith, but nothing preachy. It's just a good story, I think. I mean, you've got some cool demons. Will's art is just incredible. I can't wait to show you this cover. It's almost done. We have 2 other covers as well, Roy Mercado and Sam Behe is his last name. I'll show you. But Withered is coming out in March, and we hope you come out and you support it big time. I think you guys are going to like this. I understand some people didn't collect the Dynamics because maybe they felt it was more family friendly for them. It wasn't as dark or serious, but Withered is no joke. You're dealing with time is not a measurement. It is not a human construct. It is a malevolent being that is satiating itself off our life energies over decades, and it has imprisoned God. And there was a great war between the angels and the devils, demons, and the angels lost. And God is imprisoned, and there's only 3 archangels of the 7 left: Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael. And they are recruiting people before they die and are consumed by this thing to be knights in the angels' army, trying to replenish so that they can win back and get God back. And there's a human story here. There is a fantastical supernatural story here. Trust me, it goes in places that you're not going to see coming. I pride myself on when I write. I'm not predictable, and I feel that I'm good at dialogue and pacing. And if I'm wrong, tell me. But go buy the book and tell me. Find out. And I think Withered and Will is pouring his heart into these pages. The detail is incredible. The classic feel and style that he's giving it is why I wanted him on it, and he's perfect for it. I mean, the guy even painted a background in one panel, and it's just gorgeous. Withered is going to go to Kickstarter on March, and so that's where you can get it, Terry, when it goes there. But as far as the Devils in the Details, you should have gotten maybe you didn't fill out your survey. I have to send you the book where the Withered short story where it starts all is in it. I have to send you your book, Terry. You backed Devils in the Details with the commission for Will. You just didn't do the survey. So I will send that book out to you separate because you should have got it by now if I did. I'll double check. If not, I'll just send you another one anyway. I don't want you to lose out because of the post office. But Withered is coming. It's going to be awesome. I'm putting out.
Do you know what I love about it is, and I've had the pleasure of being able to read ahead, but it's there's when you read it, if you feel like there's real consequence. Like, I mean, it doesn't feel safe. Like sometimes you read a comic, you think, oh, it's just going to be fun because I all know this character is going to be all right and around for the next issue. You read this one, you think anything could happen at any time. You know, there's real consequence there. There's real peril. And
it does. Thank you for saying so. Yeah, Terry, like I said, DM me right now what you want him to draw. It's a full figure character of choice, inked with a full background. You tell me and Will what you want drawn, and he will get on it, and then we'll just get your address, and he'll ship it once it's done. Of course, we would on it. We're not going to take your money. We don't do that. Well, Will's been don't do that, but I don't do that.
Great.
But of course, just DM me right now what you want. Artist choice works better. You hear that, Will?
Is that what you want? I'll do it.
All right. Well, artist choice. Will's going to surprise you. Yeah, Gerald, send it to me, bud. Waiting on Gerald, and then we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, we have some the Tragedy trade paperback. Just so you know, is going to be over 200 pages. Yeah, I didn't show up yet. I didn't get anything from you yet, buddy. Nothing popped up. Terry said, "Remember, I'm an Aussie mom, so the connection." So it just popped up now. That is nice. I like that a lot. It's rough. He's going to tighten it up, but look at this. This is awesome. Remember, this is a rough because Gerald didn't have a lot of time to draw it. But you can see what he's doing here, and it's awesome. Check this out, guys.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Wait until he tightens that up. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
He got the hands right on the hilt, too. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He always is so dynamic, his stuff, always.
Yeah.
He does so much in a little space, too. He does close-ups, but he gets everything in there.
For sure.
Very well done.
Very cool, Gerald. Show us remember to tag me when you finish the piece. And you don't have to ask me, Gerald. Always. Just send it. Yeah, Samuel. Gerald's really good. He just doesn't realize it. Drives me nuts. Awesome on Usagi, very dynamic, and I can feel the force in that jump. I agree. You can feel the power behind him. So that's it. The trade paperbacks will be over 200 pages. It's going to have Tragedy's remastered issue. It's going to have the original Tragedy book, the remastered issue 1, and then issues 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So that's 6 issues right there. It's going to have the manga issue version on the back. So it's 7 issues right there. I'm going to have an intro by a famous writer from Marvel and DC. I'm going to have a letters page. I'm going to have a Things to Come poster. I'm going to have fan art. I'll show that to you guys off stage after.
Yeah.
Actually, screw it. I could show you all now. What the hell? I don't care. It's
You're the promotion. You're the boss. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
Damn right. Show enough. All right. So Alex Sarabia, Rob Howard did the character drawings of 2 of my designs, and then Alex Sarabia did the rest. And this is Ricardo's, putting them all together on a poster. Now, one of the characters is missing, and I'm going to show you who it is. This is a rough, but this is the things to come. It'll be a full color inked double page splash poster. Those are my character designs. I came up with every one of them, and most of them are villains.
Awesome.
There are going to be some edit changes, like this character in the back, Reflex. She doesn't fly, so we're just going to make her standing. Now, I pride myself on doing some cool, different things. Like, yes, that looks like just a were-tiger, but there's something that makes him different. Trust me. That four-armed beast right there, I created the designs of all of these. I'm very proud, being that I am not an artist. I designed all of these characters, and Alex brought them to life for me. And
He's the man
like
to
I said,
do it.
there's one missing. What's that?
He's the man to do
Yeah,
it. He does
is.
a great job.
He's
Yep.
amazing.
Yep.
Whoops, all right. We're going over layout. That's Reaper. This character's missing, and I'm going to put him on there. And again, I designed them, all of them. And yes, I'm bragging. I'm sorry, I am. For a guy who can't draw a freaking stick figure, I think I do some nice character designs. And then, like I said, Alex is phenomenal the way he brought them to life. Look at that. This is an immortal who served the first Chinese emperor. He was his alchemist / sorcerer. And I go back into ancient China. Tragedy is going to go in places you guys have no idea. But you got to come along for the ride. You're going to be surprised. And you're not going to be disappointed. Everybody who has read the first 26 scripts is like, damn, man, you got everything in there.
Nice.
You still here? So, this character is introduced in book 4, and he shows up in book 5. So, it's starting, baby. And this character is really he's a cyborg, and that's him with his weaponry on. Like, his arms and legs are metal, but this is his chest plate, and this is his mask.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Reaper.
Very nice.
These two, they were cursed by a gypsy because they were assassins who killed a gypsy, and the family member cursed them to be 12-year-olds and immortal 12-year-olds. But the thing is, they've maintained the strength of adults and their skills to kill, but now they look like innocent children.
Don't mess with the gypsies.
I'm telling you.
This character is the same person. His name is Duality. He has split personality disorder. He's a drunken monkey fighter, and then all of a sudden he's a speedster because he's a superpowered being. But when he's in the drunken monkey persona, he doesn't know he's a speedster. And the humor between it, because they talk about each other not liking each other as if they're separate entities.
Wow.
Yeah, so Reflex, she's a psychopath. She's Tragedy's Joker. And I just wrote her one-shot story yesterday, and Stephanie loved it. I wrote Primal, which is a one-shot of this character, and Stephanie loved it. This thing is an undead monster summoned. This is a ninja. Like they're called the Dominion of Eternal Sorrow. This is Angel and Lucifer. They're two hitmen. And there's more, but I just couldn't fit them all. So this is stuff to come, guys, and that's K9. It's an acronym. Yeah, Reflex is a psycho. I mean, she's really bad. I mean, she's a villain. She has no conscience, no remorse. She'd kill anything or anyone. Terry, it goes in every direction. Listen, you have no idea. I get into demon possession. I get into supernatural undead. I get into ninja fights and martial arts. It's got everything, but it all makes sense. I get a lot of great reviews from the people who've read the script so far. So, come on.
Very good. Very cool.
Jump on board. This will be a full color double splash poster in the trade paperback. And I might even do it as a poster, as a what do you call it? Stretch goal. She can give me a hug. Yeah, she'll kill you though. She's psycho, and her backstory was pretty rough. Stephanie was. She thought it was written really well, but it's harsh. It's rough. She's sick. So Tragedy 5 is coming out, and I'm telling you, it ends the first arc, and you have no idea where this thing is going. There's cloning, there's immortals, there's magic, there's mysticism, there's cyborgs, there's ninjas, there's split personalities, there's superpowered metahumans, there's demons and ghosts, and I'm telling you, there's monsters. It's got everything. If you took Big Trouble in Little China and John Wick and Doctor Strange and all these things and you know, the best martial arts films, and you put them all together and added a lot more, there you go. I am proud of my Rogues Gallery. I am proud of my designs. I am proud of this story, and this is my baby. This is my flagship title. Don't even think of making a 3,000 campaign on this. This son of a bitch better be 15 to 17 because it's a badass book, and you're missing out if you don't buy it. And I'm dead serious. This book is badass. Chuck Dixon, Peter David, and Howard Mackey said this book is well written. So if you don't believe me, go talk to those 3 superstars of writers in comic books. Go. Ask them and go buy it and figure it out, because you can get issues from me right now. Yeah, I'm tooting my own damn horn today. Let's go. All right. Guys, I appreciate you. We just got to wait for Will to come back real quick, because unless he jumped out before he does his goodbye. Do you think it was on purpose, Kenny?
I think so. I think so.
We're gonna get a message. Oh, sorry guys, my Wi-Fi went out.
I think he's trying to avoid the ridicule you give him.
Yeah, he's a big punk. All right, we'll have to do without him. I'm not gonna let him live this down. Kenny?
Yep.
You start, I will finish.
Very well. Be legendary.
And have fun storming the castle.